For any Xbox or PlayStation codes or cheap games on any platform, use the referral link in the description. It'll take you to g2a.com. Use the promo code CHES over there and you'll get yourself 3% cash back. For all No Identity merchandise, hats, hoodies and t-shirts, follow the link in the description down below to the No Identity Fan Fibre website. Hey guys, welcome to episode number 16 of the third season here at Chelsea. Today we end the transfer window and hopefully we can get ourselves a good result in the game against Swansea this upcoming weekend as well. We have ourselves a 7-point lead at the top of the Premier League table, as you can see on screen. One thing that I forgot to do at the end of the last episode, and I also forgot to do at the end of the episode prior to that, is show you the top goal scorer charts. I'm just going to quickly reject this off of Risco here. Obviously, he's going to go nowhere. We're not looking to sell anyone else now. But the top goal scorer chart actually looks pretty ridiculous. Eden Hazard is still first, Alvaro Morata second, and Paulo Dybala third. So my front three working pretty well this season, it has to be said. Between them, a full 43 goals. Yeah, it's going that well. Alvaro Morata, Kroos, Dybala and Hazard also as a foursome at the top of the assist charts too. This is probably the best team I've ever had in any career mode, I have to be honest. Pretty sure that it would destroy any other teams that I built previous to this. We're still waiting for the next round of the FA Cup to be drawn. Of course, we beat Fulham a couple of weeks ago. It may actually come. No, it won't, because that's the transfer deadline day is on the Friday, isn't it? Yeah. So it might come on the 1st of February, but we'll finish the transfer window today. There's a couple of deals actually I wanted to quickly show you that have gone through. You can see the top one, well, in fact, the top two. Gabriel Jesus has moved from Manchester City to Juventus, who we have in the Champions League. So that'll be interesting. And Mauro Icardi has moved from Inter Milan to Arsenal. So a big striker leaving the Premier League and a big striker joining the Premier League in the transfer window that is ongoing at present. So we've got 3 days to go till the game against Swansea. I really don't think I'm going to spend the money that we got for Rudiger. I quite simply don't need anyone. The side we have right now is more than good enough to win the 3 remaining competitions that we're involved in this season, and that is my aim, to win the 3 remaining competitions that we are involved in this season. I did get an email there about tournament prize money. That leads me to believe that the FA Cup has now been drawn, and it is in fact on the 1st of February, away from home against Nottingham Forest. So we'll play that in the next episode. But we will crack on now with the game against Swansea, try and pick up 3 points, and hopefully Arsenal, Spurs and Everton, and Liverpool as well, in fact, considering... and Manchester United, considering they're all within 2 points of Arsenal. They'll all drop points so we can extend our lead at the top of the Premier League. 4-1-2-1-2 narrow for Swansea to be played here. You can see Leroy Fer sat behind the front line of Wilfred Bonney and Luciano Vietto. It's a decent strength side Swansea have got in this save. It won't be an easy game, but I'm confident we can still come away with 3 points, as I would be in pretty much any game with the side that we have right now. Nice turn by Morata. Forward into Eden Hazard. Kroos was making a run forward, but decided to halt on that run. Dybala will get that round the corner there to Ricardo Pereira. I'm actually going to go backwards here. Morata's in a little bit of space. If I could just find the pass. There we go. There's Eden Hazard. Go for the 1-2. This would be a great goal. It is a great goal. A wonderful team move to start the game off. After just 4 minutes, we lead by a goal to 0 at the Liberty Stadium. That sums up exactly what this team is all about. Playing the sort of football that I love to play on FIFA. The interlinking passing, the 1-2s, the running in behind, the little triangles. It just works beautifully. And that is a superb goal. Morata with the movement after playing the pass. He's not happy to just sit there and let Hazard do something solo. He wants to get in behind. He wants to score the goal himself. The 3 of them up top for me are now in a straight fight for the Golden Boot this season. And the amount of goals we're scoring, the way we're playing, I have no idea which of the 3 of them will actually win it. But that, I think, brings Morata level with Eden Hazard. So it really is going to be a humdinger of a fight between the 3 of them. Morata, Hazard, Dybala. Who's going to win the Golden Boot this season? Let me know in the comment section, actually. Who do you think will win the Golden Boot this year? Eden Hazard was a mile away earlier on in the season, but Morata and Dybala have really stepped things up recently and been scoring more goals. Which of the 3 do you think will actually win the Golden Boot this year and score more goals for me in the Premier League? Morata. Over the top to Dybala. Bring that down, please, Paulo. Oh, what a turn. What a turn. I'm actually going to put that back there to Eden Hazard. Let across here to Isco. And Isco very nearly gets us a second. Good save down low by Pau Lopez. Not sure who actually follows my front 3 with regards to their goal scoring. It might actually be Isco. Trying to loop that into the top corner. And he's so very close. Morata can't get there. Pau Lopez punches away. That was very nearly 2-0. Bouncing down off the bar on just the wrong side of the line. Hazard with the whip. Laporte with the header. What a save! He's very pleased with himself there, as he might well be. I want to see a replay of that if we've got one. He's destined for the top corner. Great header, and the reactions from the keeper are very, very good indeed. Hazard with the corner. We're dominating here. Dybala with a header, and again, Pau Lopez leaping away to his right-hand side to stop me from extending my lead. Are these saves from him going to lead to Swansea being able to get something from this game? In the last episode, we had two performances where we were actually under pressure for the majority of the game, but somehow managed to come away with a convincing scoreline and victory. I don't know whether this will be a repeat of that. We'll have to wait and see, but I'm definitely on top in the opening 15. Ball down the line to Leroy Fer. Inside to Wilfred Bonny. Could get the turn in. Has done. Lays that back there to Francis Coquelin. Bonny again. Good turn. Oh, he's onside there, Fulton. Alexandro was so very deep. Really good opportunity that for Swansea. If he'd have known he had that much time and space, Fulton, he could quite easily have taken a touch, turned and then picked his spot. As it happened, he hit it on the spin, and that kind of ruined the opportunity for them. Mawson stepped in well there to get the ball away from Paulo Dybala, and we might find ourselves on the back foot again. Vieto into Fulton, back to Vieto, to Fulton again. The way they move the ball about quickly like this means that I can't quite switch player quickly enough, but thankfully they kicked it straight at N'Golo Kante there. Dybala will try and change direction and keep the flow of the move going, which we've done well. Drive into the box, pull it back. That was meant to be pulled back, and he's tried to drill it across, unfortunately, and they'll clear their lines. Never mind. 25 minutes in, it's still 1-0 Chelsea, but Swansea definitely growing into the game now. Here's Coquelin. Alexandro drawn out of position, and Fulton and Coquelin trying to utilise that space that's now in behind at left back. And into... Oh, Vieto! Off the post. Very nearly an equaliser for Swansea there. That was a great shot. Hit it early, caught me out. Isco will drive forward here and we'll look for Dybala again. I want to try and quickly, but I'm not going to get the ball as quick as I needed to. I was going to try and wear that into Morata first time, but didn't get the chance. That's a really good chance on goal there for Swansea. Hitting the post, it's the closest they've come to an equaliser so far. I've obviously hit the woodwork earlier on in this game. Now they've done the same, but somehow still just the one goal in this game. Getting my defence pulled around this way than that. Wilfred Bonny with a turn. He's going to have the strength to outmuscle Laporte. I'm trying to reach in and get the ball, but I can't. Roque Mesa inside to Coquelin, plays the 1-2, and that's floating. No, they've hit the other post. Oh, and Fulton gets there to equalise. I tried to clear it as soon as the ball dropped free off the woodwork, but they hit the post twice in the same highlight and then finally get the ball over the line. Swansea equalise in the 39th minute. We're going to go in at the break at 1-1, it seems. Isco into Hazard, play the 1-2. Wait for Alexandro. There he is. They kind of expected that, didn't they? But I'll be able to drill this into the middle. Cheers then. Oh no! I got so cocky there. I was like, oh, cheers then. Eden Hazard will just stroke this home. And he's kicked it at the defender, and then it's hit the goalkeeper in the face and gone around the post for a corner. Superb defending from Swansea. Swansea? Yep, Swansea, that's how you pronounce it. Superb defending from Swansea, putting everything on the line there to ensure that we don't get our lead back before half-time. Laporte in here. There's Dybala. Good touch. Look to bend it first time. Oh, that is superb. A wonderful whip from Paulo Dybala. We are going to go in at half-time with a 2-1 lead. That brings him level on... Oh, no, because Morata scored the first. So I think Hazard's on 14, Morata's on 14, and Dybala now on 13 league goals for this season. Great touch, and then that whip. So good. So very, very good from our 93 highest rated player. Paulo Dybala makes it Chelsea 2, Swansea 1. Kroos. Oh, it's a lovely way to pass through to Isco. It's also a lovely timing of the tackle by Jordi Amat. Boney back there towards Fulton. Trying to shake him off, but can't do it. Kante intercepts that nicely though. Swept quickly forward to Eden Hazard. There's Dybala in some space. Good touch. Morata's there. We'll look to slot him in. Alvaro Morata for 3. No. Good save by Pau Lopez. Probably should have aimed for the top corner rather than the bottom, but never mind. Corner to try and extend our lead here at the beginning of the second half. We'll look to knock that down, but it's not gone well, unfortunately. So we will stay at 2-1 for now. In fact, they're on the good counter-attack here. I don't know how fast Vieto is in comparison to Alexandra. Probably not as fast. Bonny. It's not very often Andreas Christensen gets out-muscled. Wilfred Bonny in the box. I merit Laporte with a perfectly timed tackle that needed to be made. Hazard to Isco. See Dybala over here. It's not the best of passes whatsoever from Isco, but it's actually worked brilliantly. I see Hazard arriving at the back post. Now, can he get the jump on Kyle Norton? It's not even close, unfortunately, but he'll take the corner himself, Eden Hazard. We'll look to bend it towards the halfway line, towards the penalty spot. Aymeric Laporte with a good header, but Pau Lopez again with another good save. Made a number of them so far in this game, keeping Swansea in it. They have already scored once, and as things stand, they only need one more to get themselves a point from this. Corner for Swansea. Luciano Vietto to whip it in. A number of tall people in the box and physical bodies, including Leroy Fer, who wins that header. Aymeric Laporte just puts his foot straight through it. Now, can Dybala bring that down? Well, he tried. Then probably got a broken jaw running face first into the defender there. Leroy Fer involved again. Forward into Vietto. Shot well held by Thibaut Courtois. Had chances, Swansea, as have almost all of our opponents in recent games. But again, not quite able to take them, although they keep coming forward here. I tried to intercept that and didn't quite time it right. And again, another wasted effort, this time from Wilfred Bonney. Here's Kyle Norton out wide. Alexandro with him, but he's played it inside here to Vietto. I nearly took him down there for a penalty. Kante just intercepts, but Roque Mesa outmuscles him. Vietto back to Norton again. That's good football. And in the middle to Roque Mesa, who buries it. Top bins. It's Swansea 2, Chelsea 2. That was just as good a goal as my first, with the ball being played around with such nice passing. That is the sort of Swansea we used to see under Gary Monk. Unfortunately, it's come against me here. But it's a really nice goal. It's a good finish as well from Roque Mesa. High into the corner, away from the goalkeeper. Right, I've made a change. I've taken Isco off and I brought on Barbier. Can he change the game? It's a big ask for the youngster, but he has the talent to be able to do it. Tony Cruz carrying a knock as well, apparently. Morata with the ball here into Eden Hazard, but very nearly slotting him through, but not quite. It's Francis Coquelin. Into Tom Carroll to Wilfred Bonney. Spun one way. Back to Tom Carroll. Look to... oh no, it's going to reach him! Right then. That just trickled through to Wilfred Bonney. I thought I'd done enough there when I blocked it, and then, oh, how has he played that pass? Courtois come rushing out to it and made himself big, but not big enough. Bonney just pokes it past him. Right, all right. We've gone from 2-1 up to 3-2 down in about 5 minutes. Dybala. For the 1-2. Oh, squeeze through, accelerate away. I've got Eden Hazard in the box. I'm going to have to turn back here. I've got actually a number of people in the box. There's Tony Cruz on the edge. We get the turn in. Not really. Barbier's there across, but okay, Mesa gets the foot in. Another away on the counter-attack. It's a good ball, but Alexandro will cut it out. Well, I do not want to lose against Swansea, to be completely honest. Hazard, especially after I bigged up this team and how good it is at the beginning of the episode. And now I'm losing at the Liberty Stadium. Not exactly the best way of showcasing how good this team is it, Ches? I'm like, oh, well, hopefully we can extend our lead at the top of the Premier League table. Yeah, as that lead is probably going to get cut from 7 points down to 4. Tom Carroll into Wilfred Bonney, unless I can get the ball off them here and go on a counter-attack and get myself an equaliser. But if anything, it looks like Swansea are going to get a fourth. Pereira tries to intercept that, but Courtois plucks it out of thin air. Right, boot up quickly to Morata and knock it down to a teammate. Hazard's out wide right, or left, you know. Learn your left and right, Tis. Back to Kante. Cruz is there. Morata through the gap. Under control. Dybala, I should have played that as a through ball. Never mind. Oh, it didn't quite work either. Cruz was there. There's Morata. I'll give it back to Cruz. And into Barbier, who's off the bench. Barbier! Oh, it's dropped. Oh, no, there's a final whistle. Was there any time added on at all? Right then. I appear to have just embarrassed myself away from home against Swansea. Oh, this team's so good. Oh, it's the best I've ever had. Oh, I just lost to Swansea. Well done, Ches. Spurs 3, Burnley 0. Great, so Spurs have closed the gap. City 2, West Brom 1. So they've closed the gap. Liverpool yet to play Everton on the 25th of January. And no sign of Arsenal's game or Manchester United's game. But... I can't believe I've just done that. I was so comfortable at 2-1 as well, and they've just been like, we're just going to score another 2 if you don't mind, Ches. Oh, well, I do mind, but I don't really have much choice in the matter now, do I? Right, let's go and end the transfer window. Like I say, that result aside, I don't think I need to buy anyone. So we should be good enough to push forward and win all the competitions this year. I'll allow myself the odd blip. Roma have offered for Morata 87.3 million. Reject. Thank you very much. The league's joint top goal scorer, Tammy Abraham, wants to start. You'll play in the game against Nottingham Forest, Tammy, so don't worry about it, my man. Don't sweat it. You'll play in this game that is next up for us in the FA Cup, but that'll be in tomorrow's episode. We will end the transfer window today. Angelino has gone to Stoke, from Manchester City, or Angelino, sorry, missed the accent above the M there. Are there going to be any other big deals that go through before the end of the window? Gabriel Jesus was the biggest so far and still is. Yeah, still those three for now. Barco has gone from... isn't he the kid that everybody tells me to buy? Or everybody reckons he's a great talent this year, Barco. 32.6 million to Montpellier. Martin has gone from Bayern to Tottenham, and Escudero from Manchester City to Juventus. So Juventus have actually bought 2 players from Manchester City in this window. 10 hours to go, though. Well, now 9 hours to go. We'll see if anything happens with us and these latest deals. Silva from Dynamo Moscow, perhaps, to West Brom. I think it's Dynamo Moscow. I'm sure you guys will let me know in the comment section if I'm wrong. Martinez from Arsenal to Lille, the goalkeeper. Vidra still going to Dynamo Moscow. All right. So 1 out and 1 in Russia. Arsenal signed Anthony Lopez, was that just there, for 43 odd million pounds. Willian Cyprien has gone to Barcelona. Barcelona also bought Benjamin Mendy from Manchester City this season. And what's that? Come on. Oh, it takes forever to load. No, that's Martinez. All right, fine. Well, I've got 2 emails. Transfer for Omaru, contract offer for Omaru, that's fine. And I'm not going to be selling Luke Shaw, so sorry, Borussia Dortmund, you're not getting him. We'll reject that offer. We'll push further forward into the window and see what happens in the remaining 7 hours. And it was a lot of money being spent so far, actually. Another offer, Marco van Ginkel, a pre-contract. Kendall from Moreau's pre-contract talks have broken down. So he'll be staying with us. Not that we're going to be going on any further than we have. Not that we're going to be going on any further than the end of this season. There we go, I got it out. Tolian has gone to Manchester City. They bought a new right back. Smolnikov, Hertha Berlin, have bought a new right back from FC Köln. And I did see, it's not quite the biggest deal, but there, Mateo Kovacic has gone to Wolfsburg from Real Madrid for £54 million. That's a big deal. A loan offer for Charlie Musonda. I apologise. Oh, I've done that twice now. Did that in the last episode as well. Hit negotiate rather than withdraw. End negotiation. Sorry. Apologies, Watford, but that's not going to happen. My mistake. Wasting their time. At least they didn't have to travel far, did they? Across London rather than cross country. We're going to get any other big deals before the window ends. 4 hours to go. Nothing in that hour at all. We got an email now. Anything in this hour? No, nothing seemingly being spent in this hour either. An email is Marco van Ginkel going to Lazio at the end of the season on a free. But like I say, we're not going to be playing anymore in this save, so it doesn't matter. A few minuscule deals going through in the final few hours, but nothing major. And we'll have a look and see what each Premier League club did in the window. So Arsenal bought in Mauro Icardi and Anthony Lopez, 2 big deals. Levan Kazawa, as you can see there, has gone to Juventus. We'll be playing against them, as we mentioned. Martinez out at Arsenal. De Bock and Juncker, perhaps, in at Bournemouth, with Husay going out for £27.2 million. Hazard and Areola at Burnley. That's Kylian Hazard from me on loan. Kingsley Coman in for me. Out go Kylian Hazard and Scott on loan. Miazga and Van Ginkel on pre-contracts, and Rudiger on a permanent. Charlie Austin in at Palace. Benteke out. Varela in at Everton and El Abdelawi out. Naranjo and Gosens in at Huddersfield with Smith, Bareka, Kajunka, Amadou and Jurgensen out for 23.1 million. Zaldua Al Sommer, actually, interestingly, and Hesse in at Leicester. Nothing by Liverpool coming in, but Markovic has left them. Tolian in at City, but they've sold Jesus, Mendy, Danilo, Angelino and Escudero. I don't know where Danilo went, actually. We'll have a look at the other transfers tab. Elistondo and Rugani in at Manchester United, with Rojo going out. Nothing done at all by Newcastle other than the pre-signing of Wiedwald, or Weidwald. I think it's V, because it's EI, not... IE, not EI. Markovic and Mora in at Southampton, with Charlie Austin going out. Martin in at Tottenham, we noticed that one earlier, and Janssen leaving them. Ollie and... I don't know how to pronounce it. And Angelino in at Stoke. DeSavi in at Sunderland. Gila Boji out. Nothing in at Swansea, with Mawson and Montero going out. Basali and Fernandez and Jajeje being the business that Watford do, with Silva going to West Brom for 18.6 million and Beretta going out, and nothing done by West Ham at all. Let's have a quick look at the transfer history tab. What's been done in this window then? We already knew about that one, and these were the summer. Gabriel Jesus, we saw. That was in the summer. It was in the summer as well. Gundogan to Juventus. Wow. So Manchester City have actually sold 3 people to Juventus in this season. The Icardi deal we saw, there's the confirmation of the Kovacic one as well. That was in the summer. Talisca to Paris Saint-Germain for £50.2 million. That one went under the radar. Tolisso to Real Madrid for £49.9 million. That one also went under the radar. Any other summer deals? Lopez we saw for £43.6 million. Any other summer deals here? Kingsley Coman, obviously that involved me, so we knew about that one. Cyprien was £33.6 million to Barcelona. Henriks from Wolfsburg to Real Madrid for £32.9 million. There's that Barco deal. I'm pretty sure Barco's a player that I've seen in my comment section a number of times, but I've never actually looked into him. Mario Gaspar from Sevilla to Espanyol. Kazawa, that was £30.3 million as we saw. Diego Jota from Atleti to Lyon for exactly £30 million. Benjamin Mendy, I mentioned that one, 29.4 was the price there, and Memphis Depay has gone to Leipzig for 28.7 million, and that is the bottom of the list, so I can't show you anymore. But that is actually, I might be completely losing my mind. Did I just see? Let me scroll all the way to the bottom. My brain just thought it glimpsed at David Luiz, or at least David Luiz's hair. It did. Oh, that was me in the summer. All right. Well done, Chez. Well, that's going to be the end of the window and the end of this episode. Then we'll be back up to 3 games in tomorrow's episode. In fact, let me do a squad report at the end of this one, and then I will go back up to 3 games tomorrow to try and get this season done sooner rather than later. I asked you guys to vote in the past episode, of course, as to whether you wanted to see just highlights from the Premier League and then only full games from the Champions League and the FA Cup. But the winning vote was, you wanted to see the rest of the season. So I will show you the rest of the season. But let's have a squad report then to round out to show you how everybody's getting on so far this year. Squad hub. Let's load it and let's go to tributes. There we go. Right, Thibaut Courtois is up 1 to 92. Got to be the second best goalkeeper in the save now, behind Neuer. I don't know what David De Gea is actually. Bailey's up 9 to 18, although we are training him rather heavily. Brown hasn't grown at all since I've stopped training him, but still 80 rated at 17 years of age. Pereira's up 1 to 85. Good season for him so far. One of my favourite right-backs I've ever used, to be honest. Oliveira's growing out on loan at Newcastle. Did play against me, actually, in the game that Newcastle beat me. No growth for Zappacosta. A little bit for Dujon Sterling. Andreas Christensen up 1 to 85 as well. Emerick Laporte up 1 to 88 as he continues to grow. Kurt Zuma's up 1, but he's unhappy at the club. Not playing that much, but I'll play him against Forest. Kenneth Omarua up 2. He rejected the offer from the club that came in from on a pre-contract. Matt Miazga up 1 as well. Jake Clark-Salter came back from loan. He's grown up 1. Chaloba's up 1 as well, but not really fussed about those guys. Aspi, no decline in his stats, crucially, although he's not playing that much for me recently. Barrios up 2. He's the youngster that came in and I'm training to try and improve his overall. Alexandro, no growth from him at 29 years of age, but one of the best left-backs in the save. Luke Shaw, no growth from him at 24 years of age, still just 81, but a very capable backup. Humberto Sanchez up 1 to 67. Xavi Perez up 2 out on loan at Coventry, which is good news. Nice to see him growing. Really good in the tackle, as you can see. 85 stand tackle, 88 slide. Superb stats for a 19-year-old. Abrao is up 1 as well. He's got potential of in the 90s. Bakayoko up 1 to 86. N'Golo Kante still 90. I was hoping to grow him a little bit more. I really was hoping to grow him a little bit more, but unfortunately he doesn't seem to be growing. Kingsley Coman's come in and done really well for me so far. Played 2 games and gotten 3 assists and 1 goal in the Premier League and 1 game in the FA Cup, which was against Fulham, and he got 6.2 because he came off the bench and didn't really do much. But he's growing slightly. Jeremy Boga's up 1. He rejected either a loan bid or a pre-contract in this window. I can't quite remember. Charlie Musonda's up 1 to 81. He actually played very well for me when I brought him up. What are his stats? He's got 7 goals in 18 games. It's been very good. Jacob Maddox, out on loan at... where on earth is that? I don't know. Is that Arabic on the badge? I think so. Looks like he's in the Arabic League somewhere. I don't know that badge, to be honest. Barbier up 6. He's got potential to get into the 90s as well. He's actually scored a couple of goals for me too. 4 and 10. 3 and 3 in the Champions League. Barrios up 4. Still waiting for all of the youngsters to continue to grow off their own back. Reece James is growing too, but his growth has been stunted. Isco had an offering for him, obviously, for 80 plus million, but he's going nowhere. Van Ginkel is up 1. Scott up 2. Kroos, no growth, but slight decline. -1 in stamina. Other than that, he's still just as good as he ever was. Turner, little bit of growth from him, but not much. Ruben Loftus-Cheek up 2 to 76. Casey Palmer also up 2 to 77. Those two have been fighting it out recently for that rotation spot in the midfield. Paulo Dybala has come in and scored 16 in 13. So he was worth the 200 plus million we paid for him, wasn't he? But he's not growing anymore as of yet. May have topped out at 93, I'm not sure. Kylian Hazard up 1 out on loan at Burnley. Tammy Abraham has 10 goals in 13 games for me, up 1 to 85. Morata has 24 goals and 14 assists in 27 games. Yes, that's Alvaro Morata of Season 1, not Alvaro Morata of Season 2. Mason up 2 to 73. Wagner up 3 to 73. Sorry, 79. Wagner up 3 to 73. Nathan up 1 to 75. Eden Hazard, still no growth from him either. In fact, Crossing's gone down 1. Surprised to see his stats dropping. He's got 20 goals and 14 assists in 30 games. So he and Alvaro Morata are having a right old battle. Morata currently has more goals and assists total by 4 more goals in fact. They've got the same amount of assists, but Hazard has played 3 more games as well, so he's getting away from him, Morata. We'll have a quick look at the top goal scorer chart now that we've scored a few in the Premier League again. Let me have a look at player stats, and then we want the not the FA Cup, Premier League. Yeah, Hazard 16, Morata 15, Dybala 14. So Hazard was actually a little bit further ahead than I thought. So Morata up 1, Dybala up 1. Unfortunately, a 3-2 defeat for me against Swansea. But that is going to bring today's episode to a close. Thank you very much for watching. The My Player series returned last night, so if you missed that, check that out on the channel page. Of course, we'll be back up to 3 games per episode now between now and the end of the season, and then we'll have a vote as to the series that's coming next. I already have 3 teams in mind, so that vote will be coming soon. And there's obviously stream footage going up on the channel of either Dortmund or the Football Manager series as well. So follow me on the links in the description to Twitch and Twitter. But that's enough waffling for me at the end of this episode. I'll see you later.